One thing I really was impressed with your background in history, because I want to take you back, and we'll go through your entrepreneurial journey here for everybody. But you had, I mean, the story about your mother and father was just so compelling to me. Especially, your mother was a polio person, and I don't want to say
That's right.
victim because she was about as far from a victim as I can ever think of anybody. But when she went to work in a wheelchair in 4 inches of snow, and the police officer was trying to call off, I just love that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, she was
so
amazing. So
take us
both my
back a little bit.
parents.
Tell us how you came up.
Well, you're very kind to say that, and thank you very much. Both my folks have passed now, but so my dad was well, actually, let me back up before that. I grew up in the coal fields of southern West Virginia,
Hmm.
so about as deep into Appalachia as you can imagine, a real hard scrabble, blue collar town. And my parents were both in wheelchairs. My dad was a disabled vet, and if you can imagine, this he was a guy who served in World War II in Korea, was a Golden Gloves boxer, and wound up being in the VA hospital for 4 years after spinal cord surgery.
Mm.
Never walked again. Had to retrain himself on a new way to make a living because he was a machinist in the Navy and he would most certainly have been a miner. And so while he was flat on his back in the VA hospital, he went back, got his high school diploma because he joined the Navy, by the way, when he was 16. It was World War II.
Mm.
And, his parents signed off on that. Got his high school diploma, got his college acceptance, and then took a correspondence course in the hospital there, in the VA hospital in Cleveland, to learn how to be a watch and clock repairman. And so that's what he did. It's something he could do sitting down. And
Wow.
he had a monocle and a watch bench with thousands of little gears and repaired all the watches and clocks in my little hometown the whole time I was growing up. My mom was a childhood polio survivor. She caught it when she was 5.5 months old.
Mm.
It was, ripping through America in the 1930s, and it stopped at her house, and they didn't know what to do